Hey class, it's Brother Baron. We had a fantastic class last time, but we were not able to get to the introduction for Project 3, which is a Tedx dataset. And so I'm going to show you exactly how to get that running. It's very simple. I've tried to streamline this process, but since we didn't get to it in class, I don't want you confused in any way. So I'm in our Canvas class right now. I'm going to click on the last class in class assignment, which was Project 3. So this is what we did last class. I'm going to click here. It shows me the case. It shows you the rubric, so you can read through the case to see what you're doing. It shows you the rubric, and here's the instructions. Now, this data set leverages, or this case leverages a new data set. So what I want you to do is download these 3 SQL files. So I'm just going to click, 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 and get these 3 downloaded. Do not click on them. Resist the temptation because it'll open a unconnected version of your SQL Server. We don't want that. Then once you've clicked those, go to the MySQL Workbench. I'll just exit here. Click on your database. And the first thing I want you to do is change a preference. This is super important. This will not work without doing this. It is the same on Mac as it is on Windows, regardless of whether you're running Parallels or Bootcamp. You can need to go to Preferences, SQL Editor, and scroll down, and it says Safe Updates. Rejects updates and deletes with no restrictions. We want this unchecked. I have already unchecked it, but you want this unchecked. We do not want to reject update and deletes with no restrictions. We want to allow that, and I'll show you why in a second. So we're going to hit OK, and we're going to avoid the classic blunder I've discussed before, which is we're going to exit the MySQL Workbench just so that change is like totally realized. We're going to go back in. So now our change is, that settings change has like made permanent. There we go. So I go back into my database, and now I'm going to open. I click on this button right here to open, and I go to downloads, and I'm going to open the first one. Oh, I thought I did all 3. Well, make sure you download all 3. Here's the first one. It says first ratings. What it does is it creates a new database. It uses that database, which in this case we'll call Project 3. It creates a new table called ratings, and then it puts data into that table. Okay? So we scroll down. Looks good. So I'm just going to click here and run it. If I refresh, I should see ratings. I'm going to open the second one we downloaded, which is tags. It creates a table called tags. It inserts data into tags. And then it actually does this 2-liner, just anywhere there's a space. You know, you guys remember trim from Excel, most of you. But trim just gets rid of empty space. So we're going to trim everything in this table. So I just select it all. I run it. Everything's green. I refresh. I should see tags. Now the last one is the most important one. It's the main data set. So we create a table called Tedx data, and we insert all the Tedx data into your file. Okay, so let's go back home here and run that. So now that I've done that, if I refresh here, I should see Tedx data. Look at that, looks good. Tags data and ratings data. All right, that's it. So now when you try and do your prep, let's go here. All right, let us go. When we look at prep, working on the Tedx project, you'll need to do that step that I just showed you first, and you will be good to go.